Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Tayven Feldpaush of Olivet football, basketball, and track. How's it going, buddy?
It's going pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing good. So we last talked to you after football season, but obviously, felt like we came on to recap the entire year, and we'll first start off with this. You're officially you're done. You're graduated, got the diploma, and you're on to bigger and better things. But what has life been like since you got the cap and gown and stuff?
Uh, it's it's surreal, I guess. Like it's a mixture of emotions, like excited for new things, but also just like looking back on everything and just knowing that I'm gonna miss playing sports with all the people that I played sports with, seeing all the teachers that I saw, and just like not having those adult influences anymore to be around 24/7 and like my best friends that I hang out with. Like that's really hard, but I mean, it's life moves on for everybody, so I'm excited for the next chapter.
Yeah. So before we get to the next chapter, let's kind of go back and because this was a senior year for you that it was quite a bit a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but you really you kind of really powered through a lot of those things. Like, I know you're not in, I know we've talked about, I know you're not in the school a lot because of obviously of what you do. But
Mhm.
so going into this year, like what were some of like the big highlights of, your senior year and stuff?
Some of the big highlights were the games that we won in football. I mean, those were um, obviously it was we had a lot of adversity during the football season,
Yeah.
so just to pick up those wins, it was exciting for our guys, and to be able to play a playoff game was like we were super fortunate to be able to do that. So it was good to get one last opportunity in the playoffs. So but also the basketball season, we were super close knit group. We had a lot of fun, made a lot of memories. Won some big games against Schoolcraft in overtime. That was a huge win. And then uh, track, obviously, I love track. I love the relays that I'm on. I love being able to run for my teammates. That's always a blast. So those are some of the big highlights for sure. But yeah, a lot of memories made this year.
Okay. Let's go back and pick a few things out. Going back to football season, I know we've talked about this before. Obviously it's, well known about all the things that, you and your teammates, and really the whole program had to go through, just last year. And I think it's a fair state that I don't think a lot of people expected you guys to um, make the playoffs, but to make the playoffs and do what you guys did, what was that like just for everybody involved to do that?
Yeah, I mean, we played some really tough teams. You know, we got it handed to us some games, and that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. We in years past we've handed it to a lot of teams, and um, this year it just happened to be us on the other side. But we were able to, win the games that we needed to win, pick up 3 wins, and that we needed to have a shot in the playoffs. And it was just good for the senior guys to get one more chance to play in the playoffs. And um, we had a pretty good game for the most part against Constantine, but it kind of fell apart in the end. But I still enjoyed all the moments, and uh, every time there was a big play that was made, we were having fun together, and so that's really all that matters.
Yeah. Okay. So, there's um but then of course also I also realized this, first time in a new conference, of course, when the Big Eight broke up, um you guys all, went on your separate ways and you found a spot in the CAAC. And what was that like just playing a bunch of new teams?
It was really tough, for sure, but I mean, I enjoyed playing a lot better teams, playing against a lot more skilled players, and just teams having all sorts of weapons all over the field. It just really made your game plan have to be a lot more diverse, I guess. So I enjoyed that aspect of it, and really in every sport, I mean, there was tough teams all around. So it made all of our sports teams better. That's for sure.
Okay. Um, so let's hit on basketball for a minute. Some of the, big wins there, getting used to a new coach after a really successful year. You had to replace a lot of guys too. But there were still some pieces left over. But, of course, this was your big opportunity to really kind of show what you have out there. But, how was that year dealing with, a new coach and all that?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Lincoln, he's a great guy. He's coached me in little kids football and track, and he always does a good job. He knows what he's talking about. So, and he made it really fun for us this season. Um, and all of us guys just, like I said, we were super close knit and made a lot of good memories. We had a lot of good moments and we had some bad moments, but that's what comes every year. But yeah, I mean, I thought Coach Link did a really good job game planning, and he gave us our best shot. And sometimes we just didn't perform, and that's the games we lost. But um, yeah, I loved it. So
Okay. How do you yourself just handle really, tough situations like when you're like let's say you're just really mad about something. I don't know what
mhm.
it is, but wh- what do you do? Do you just kind of let it out? Do you just not talk to anybody? You just kind of got to be in your own space a little bit and maybe try to calm yourself down or something. Like, what do you do when you get angry?
I mean, I don't need to like calm myself down. I kind of get in my own zone, a little bit, but I also just like to be around the people that I'm close with and just try to have a good time, even though mentally I might not be having a good time. Just being with the people that I really love the most always helps. But yeah, I get in my own zone, and sometimes it's motivating, and um, so that's kind of how I deal with that.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever asked you this, but are you a big like, are you always talking to everybody before a game, or do you just like, okay, I just got to put headphones in and just get in my own space to, get away from things for a little bit?
Um, I'd say I go through both. I mean, I get in the zone before the game, but before that, I like to joke around with the guys and just make them feel comfortable, especially like the young guys this year on the football team. Just joking around with them, just making them feel comfortable, and because maybe before the game they're super nervous and they don't know what to expect. But if an older guy is just showing them that you can have a good time like no matter what, and just making them feel comfortable in that way. So I kind of do a little bit of both.
Okay, track season was obviously very fun for you. I know. If I'm not mistaken, you were at state finals this week, right?
Yeah. Yep.
What was that experience like? I've never been up there yet. I want to go up there one day, but what was that? What was that like to be at track state finals?
Oh, it was awesome. I got to be at it last year as well. The same two races, the 4x8 and the 4x4. And this year I did the 4x8, 4x4 at the state finals. I love it. Our relay teams, we have a ton of fun. Um, I love watching Coach Link get super happy when something really goes our way, and then he also gets super upset when something doesn't go our way. So I mean, we enjoy it. We love running on the nice track that Kent City has. Um, and it's just a huge crowd and a lot of people cheering and yelling when you're running, and the adrenaline's pumping, and yeah, I love track. It's awesome. So
Yeah. Okay. What are some of the things you're gonna miss about just the high school experience?
just the best friends that I were able to play sports with and the mentors that I had as adults. Our coaching staff and in every sport was just phenomenal, and it's just great guys that that love the Lord, and that's the most important thing to me. And they teach us that through the sport, and that's awesome. So they've been super good mentors, but also just seeing my friends happy playing sports and us all making memories together. I'm gonna miss that. So
Yeah. Okay. What is next for you?
I'm probably just gonna continue the electrical apprenticeship that I've been doing during the school year. Um, and just see where that takes me. If I continue to enjoy it, I'm gonna continue doing it. If not, there's plenty of things out there, but but yeah, I'm enjoying that. So I think I'll
Hey,
continue doing that. I might do some refing too.
ooh, that might be
So
fun.
yeah.
So we may have to do another update video with you or something, see what's up. But let's close out with this. The might as well since you're on here, might as well ask you this year's edition of the 10 burning questions. So here we go. Do you feel like you can get more things done in the morning or at night?
Um, definitely at night.
Okay. Night owl?
Definitely at night. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't go to bed until I feel comfortable about the next day. I'm fully prepared for the next day.
Yeah.
Everything laid out. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, what is the hardest class you've ever taken?
Ooh. See, I'm gonna have to go back to my old school. I went to Island City Academy, a charter school in Eaton Rapids, K through 8th. That school was really tough. I'd say honestly it was tougher than a lot of my high school classes. I'm gonna have to go 8th grade English.
Okay.
It was very, very, very tough class, in my opinion.
Yeah. What is a food that you will never eat?
Oh, I mean, I don't know if you count this as a food, but like green olive or black olives or
It's a
whatever those things are in those.
it is a food. People do eat them. So yes, that does count.
Yeah, nasty. The ones in the jar are nasty.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently they can be found at your local Subway. Don't people do like them, but yeah, everyone has their one food that they don't eat.
Yeah, not
Um,
me.
let's see. What is the biggest thing people don't understand about high school football?
Um, the pace of the game when you're out on the field, it happens very fast. So in the stands, it might look like the play is developing a little slow, but when you're on the field, it's quick happening. So you got to make your reads fast.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing on your bucket list right now?
Ooh, probably travel. Probably travel. Somewhere I've never been. So definitely want to do that. Get out of the country at some point, hopefully.
Okay. Um, this is a brand new question I put in. I was wondering how this is gonna go. Let's say I took your phone away for a day. Do you think you could survive or no?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
That
Uh,
one's easy.
um, okay, rank your top five fast food restaurants. I kept that one from last year.
Uh, Number five, I'm gonna have to go Subway.
Okay.
Number four, Qdoba.
Okay.
Number three, I'm gonna have to go Schlotzsky's. I don't know if you've ever heard of that place. It's in
Yes.
Battle Creek,
Yep.
or one of them's in Battle Creek. Number two, I'm gonna have to go. I'm throwing Jimmy John's in there.
Okay.
Recently this year, I've really liked that. And then number one, Chick-fil-A.
All right. What's the most proudest accomplishment you've ever had?
Uh, to me, it's an accomplishment getting baptized. I got baptized the summer of my fresh, like going into my sophomore year.
Okay.
That was a huge moment for me. So,
Yeah. Um, okay, who is someone that you would be starstruck meeting them?
ooh, probably LeBron James.
Okay.
I
Um,
like him as a basketball player. As a person, a little iffy, but as a basketball player, really like him.
yeah. Okay, and the last one is the last one every year as the camera gets really, really dark.
Oh
Um,
yeah, nighttime now.
yeah, yeah. If you could tell your younger self something, what would you tell them?
Stop worrying so much.
Okay. Well, we can barely see you. So
I'm still here.
yeah, we'll call it good. Tayven, thank you so much for the time as always. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yep. Have a good night.